Charles Davis.
On a warm afternoon in the Tar Heel state of North Carolina, EA Sports brings you to Bank of America Stadium in uptown Charlotte. Just a few moments ago, this building was shaking as the Carolina Panthers emerged from the tunnel here in Charlotte. They are ready to go as the Panthers are set to match up with the Denver Broncos. Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis, thrilled to be with you from the broadcast booth. And, partner, before we get this thing started, what are you going to be watching?
Who gets off to a fast start? In horse racing terms, they talk about catching a flyer out of the gate. Who sets the pace and makes the other team chase?
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
Let's go. Let's go.
So here are the Broncos now for their opening drive. They will be led out by a second-round pick in 2019. Out of Missouri, it's Drew Lock.
Set. 30 base. Double time. We got three. Fellas, we got six.
They'll run for the first time with Phillip Lindsay. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's second down. And this O-line, it is the lifeblood of the offense.
They establish the tone. Mean, nasty, physical. They can't wait to get after people. That allows the rest of the offense to feel confident.
Break. 43's the mic. Hey, let's get this. Play.
Shoot. From the 24. Lock. And right away, he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Panthers. And he takes it into the end zone. It's a fumble recovery and a touchdown for the Panthers. And give some kudos to the defensive coordinator, I think, here. They bring the blitz, they dial it up, and it turns into 6 points for them.
It's so nice to hear you actually give kudos to the defense. It is so nice. You're such an offensive guy like that. I love it. He dialed things up, and boy, a big play resulted for his guys.
Well, you like the credit to the defense there, right, my friend?
Yeah, do I ever?
Extra point right down the middle, and it's now a 7-0 game. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there, grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here. And that last possession, really a gut punch. You seemingly had it working. You were in the midst of a very strong drive, then suddenly the fumble, and you're watching the back of a defender's jersey as he brings it all the way in the other direction.
There's not much more I can add to that. I thought you summarized it perfectly, partner. You just got to regroup and start putting another drive together. That's all you can do.
Tackle made by K'Wan Short. And the starting defense here for the Panthers.
Spotlight, please, on Shaq Thompson. I always go back to his time at the University of Washington. Played some minor league baseball in the offseason. Could have been a big-time running back, maybe even a safety, and has settled in as a good, strong outside linebacker in the NFL whose forte is speed.
Ready.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. They'll try the draw. Lindsay. Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a 3rd and about 4. The Panthers turn to their nickel set here as they get ready for third down. From the gun on third down, Locke. He's going to loft one deep left side here. Incomplete. Both players were there offensively and defensively, but it falls incomplete.
And third down is a key down in any game you play. And third down defense, something we've got to watch in this one. Got to be effective on the passing downs. That's a pretty good first step right there.
On fourth down, here's Sam Martin on to kick it away. Back deep, the dangerous Pharaoh Cooper. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. So here are the Panthers now for their opening drive. And they'll be led out by their quarterback, the former Louisville Cardinal, Teddy Bridgewater.
To me, the best part of Teddy Bridgewater's game is his decision-making. Very smart, loves to watch the game, loves to analyze it, and he does it so well, he takes care of the football and keeps his team in good spots.
Bridgewater. And he will find the open man. It's DJ Moore. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 11 yards and a Panther first down.
When the hitch route is run really well, that jab step off the line of scrimmage by the receiver, which is designed to back up the defender and give him a little bit of space, all you want there, get that space, catch the football, and then make a move and pick up extra yardage. And that's exactly what he got done there.
They'll run with McCaffrey, and he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32. And the offensive starters for the Panthers.
I don't know about you, but I love a good undrafted free agent success story. So let's take a look at Robbie Anderson, wide receiver, because in 2017, 63 catches, 941 yards, and a strong candidate for the Pro Bowl. Didn't quite get there, but was knocking on the door. How about that for an undrafted free agent out of Temple, now making good in the NFL?
On 2nd and 9, Bridgewater complete to his tight end, Seth the Valve. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Well, from an offensive perspective, that sure was pretty, because the corner route, it's extremely difficult to defend from my perspective.
What we just saw there, is that sort of the evolution of the tight end position?
Yeah, I think it is, because more and more, tight ends are being treated like wide receivers. These are some agile players who can make a play in any spot on the field.
On first down, this is McCaffrey. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Give him 10 there, good enough for a Panther first down.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and put the defense back on its heels.
So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 48-yard line. From the shotgun, it's Bridgewater. And this is caught. I think he got that with one hand. 13 yards, first down, Panthers. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Off the play fake, Bridgewater. Into the hands of his receiver, Anderson. An excellent pickup of 34 yards. How about the start throwing the football? 4 for 4 on this opening drive.
Oh, he's slinging it. And oftentimes when you talk about slinging it, you're thinking about a guy throwing it all over the yard, not necessarily accurately. In this case, though, he's honing in on his targets, and he's delivering.
Yeah, the opening script, however, they drew it up for this first drive, going to plan so far. On the ground, McCaffrey. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. That's about as good as a linebacker can diagnose that play, isn't it?
It certainly is, and what he did really well is that while he was diagnosing, he got his feet in motion without actually going anywhere and taking a false step that he had to make up later. He read it, got his feet in motion, and then he just took off and made the play.
On second and goal, Bridgewater, and he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. From a yard out, and the Panthers, they widen their lead. Early on, they have all facets of the game working in tandem.
Yeah, you give the defensive touchdown early to give you the first score, and then your offense piggybacks on top of that and gets their own. And any coach we've ever talked to, and we've had that conversation with them prior to the game, they always say, you know, if we can score on defense or special teams, that gives us like a 95% chance of winning the game. I don't know if that number's correct, but it certainly does tend to play out that way, doesn't it?
It does. Extra point forthcoming. And it's good to make it 14-0. So that drive takes him down the field in 8 plays. And the end result, a Panthers touchdown. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. And Denver getting set to take the field. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board.
Brandon, just mark that under the category of just not successful. Trying to throw the ball, just didn't work on that one.
Completed it. No yardage. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. Lock going to throw. And this is incomplete. They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion.
Set the tone, defense.
Throwing his lock on 3rd down. And he comes back with one complete. And a good job on the tackle there as they get him down shy of the 1st on the 35-yard stripe. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down.
Well, it looks like they got what they wanted. They got the completion, but they weren't able to break any tackles or gain nearly enough yardage to pick up the 1st down. Now to be 4th and short.
Here's Sam Martin now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time.
Let's go, boys. Let's go.
Carolina getting set to take the field. They've got things going their way early. 14-0 lead and the football. 1st and 10. They start on the ground with McCaffrey. And he will lose yardage on the play. Back at his own 19-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
The best play callers in any league know how to break their tendencies. They study themselves, they self-scout, and they realize most of the time you don't call a draw play on 1st and 10. So every so often you insert that play just to make the defense think, even if it's not successful.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Out of the pistol, McCaffrey. And he'll push forward for about 4 up to the 23. And here's a look at the defense for Denver.
Jarrell Casey doesn't get the attention that he deserves, but he is an absolutely terrific defensive tackle, the best player on just about any team he would play on.
A nickel set defensively for the Broncos here on 3rd down. From the gun, Bridgewater. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And this one will be brought back to the 22. He was trying to hit Thomas that time.
Well, there definitely was some juice on that pass. And while tight ends don't always have the same reputation for hands as wide receivers do, in this case, that ball was expected to be caught.
Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here. And last drive, 3 and out. Still a goose egg on the scoreboard. How do they break that goose egg?
They've got to find a way to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers, get them some space, and try and make a first down and get some momentum going. It's been a struggle for them throughout the game, and that 3 and out on the last possession, that told you just how stalled they are on offense.
So who will step up here? We'll see. That good for 19 and a first down.
I have to admit, I'm excited by that play call and the end result, because this is a team that's down big early in the first quarter, and a lot of teams will just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too early for that. Stick to what works for you.
Down double digits, and we talked about their game plan being both running and passing there. You're right. They're sticking to the game plan, getting the ground game going.
A lot of football left to be played.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Block now to throw. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. From 3 yards out, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter.
A good tight end is a heck of a weapon for any quarterback, especially when you're able to create some mismatches. Sometimes they work against a linebacker, sometimes they work against a smaller defensive back. But when they find it, they go to it, and it often results in touchdowns.
On here, Brandon McManus for the point after. And that one makes it 14-7. They had the short field, and they made quick work of it. Just 2 plays to get into the end zone. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. Getting set to go again here, Teddy Bridgewater coming back onto the field. And he'll look to rebound from the early interception that led to 6 points the other way.
And when he threw the interception and he had to come to the sideline, I guarantee his first thought wasn't about the interception itself, but what could result. And I know he was thinking to himself, come on, defense, bail me out. Well, they weren't able to in this situation. Now he's got to go out and atone for it himself, but he can't force things.
That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Here's Bridgewater. He'll get that to devalve the tight end. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. Out of the gun, Bridgewater. Completes it to Samuel. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. It's a gain of 20 and picking up the first. This quarterback now, after the pick on the last drive, 3 for 3 to start this drive. It's 1st and 10. From the shotgun to McCaffrey. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. The tackle made that time by Bryce Callahan.
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there, but how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
Now a draw play to McCaffrey. He'll get only a couple down to the 44. 2 yards on the first down carry, and then followed up by 2 yards on the second down carry.
Well, that's definitely not going to be enough to get the job done. Wasn't the expression 3 yards in a cloud of dust?
Now they're going to need 6 on 3rd down to keep the drive going. They'll need to get this to the 38. That's where the first down marker is here on 3rd. Here's Bridgewater. And he's got his target. That's more. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. It's a Panthers first down, 17 yards on the play. This quarterback now already over 100 yards passing in just this first quarter. It's 1st and 10. Here's McCaffrey. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. The former Gamecock here. This is Mike Davis. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
Not too many more ideal situations in 2nd and 2 in order to try and pick up a first down. They ran it and picked it up.
Now a run with McCaffrey. And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage. Back at the 17. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down. That's one where you probably give the ball carrier a bit of a mulligan, right? Where was he going to go there?
Yeah, you could almost see his brain turning over from our perspective. Just put your foot in the ground and go, except there was no place to put his foot in the ground, and there was no place to go. No room to roam.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11.
Here we go.
They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for third down. On 3rd and 1, here's Bridgewater. The quick slant caught. And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the first down as he's tackled at the 2. They only get 5 out of that quick slant, but that's good enough for a first. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. They'll come out in the pistol. So another third down conversion, and now they've got a 1st and goal. They'll try to run with McCaffrey. And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. That was off kilter. Offense up front, everyone was just kind of out of sync.
Well, from my perspective, that certainly looked like the defense just destroyed that play. Absolutely just took it over.
All right, so I'm going to revamp what I said. The defense was in sync. How about that?
Oh, I like that one.
Back at the 5-yard line now. 2nd and goal. Now Bridgewater. And that will be caught by Moore. He's got a Panthers touchdown. A 5-yard touchdown catch. And the Panthers, they widen their lead. Certainly there are good things about quick strike offenses that score fast, but a long drive can also work to your advantage as well.
In so many ways, Brandon, because number one, you get them tired, but the big one is mentally. They can't figure out how to slow you down, how to get off the field, how to get the ball back. They go to the bench wondering, what are we going to do next time in order to stop those guys?
Now the extra point try forthcoming. It's good, and it is now 21-7. So that drive spans 13 plays, and Carolina scores to cap it off. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25.
Let's go.
Now Cortland Sutton and the rest of the offense getting ready for their next drive. A chance maybe here for them to get him more involved. They're down here on the scoreboard, and he's been very quiet.
And the silence has been deafening for his team. They don't need that at all. They need fireworks. They need explosive plays. They need him touching the football in any way possible. Maybe go to some jet sweeps. Anything to get him going.
Yeah, something to get him the ball. We'll see if they can do it. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Now that's the way you want to start a drive. Talk about a tone setter as well as a playbook opener. Now if you want to take a big shot over the top, you're all positioned to do so.
On 2nd down, a run with Lindsey. And he stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on 3rd down.
Gators, come. Shoot.
They'll try and run for it with Lindsey. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
That's a tremendous group effort there because when you talk about offensive lines, the best ones, talk about guys that play in harmony, in sync, and getting things done, and they did that on that play.
Yeah, especially on 3rd and 1. Got to be in sync, and they were. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Let's go, B, let's go.
Faking the give to Lindsey. Here's Locke. And his throw's going to be incomplete. They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10.
Check tight, check tight, check tight. Hit it.
Locke will try again on 2nd down. And almost intercepted. If he could have picked it, maybe some space to go the other way. Instead, it's 3rd down.
Well, he did almost everything right. Excellent coverage, breaks on the football, just unable to haul it in and take it the other way, so he dropped an interception. The key for him now, don't dwell on it, just move on to the next play.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Now Locke. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. So that one will be accepted. Here's Sam Martin now, as he's on to punt for Denver. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And great special teams work here. This is knocking on the door of the 5. They'll spot it at the 6-yard line.
Absolutely love the flexibility of these punters. Their leg drive, able to get it way up in the air, and that allows the punt team to get down there and down it inside the 10 because they've had some time.
Here's the Carolina offense as they get ready to take over here. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
And now he'll tuck it and run. Only a yard there on the keeper, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd down. The Panthers on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Throwing is Bridgewater. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. The Panthers have the first. It's a gain of 12. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. Fighting his way through contact. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a Carolina 1st down on a gain of 16.
Hey, hold on. Like 51. Hey, let's get off the field, D. Let's get off the field, D.
Bridgewater on first down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The 305-pound defensive end, Jarrell Casey, gets the sack. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. This is McCaffrey. Only 2 yards on the pickup there, and now they're looking at a long 3rd down.
Watching that play unfold and watching him complete it brought back memories of doing all those pursuit drills to make sure you don't over-pursue and let a guy get a cutback lane on you. He did that very well.
You praised him on tape yesterday for the angles that he takes to the ball. Took a great angle right there. Bridgewater now. Open man is Robbie Anderson. And he gets it just shy of midfield, but that's not enough. He's short of the marker. They'll get 11, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
So on 4th down, kicking it away here, Michael Pilardi. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And this will be out of bounds. Now it's a question of where they'll mark it. And they'll say it crosses at the 11-yard line. Here he is, the man taking the snaps under center, heading out for the next possession. He has not had the game that he envisioned. His team has not had the game that they've envisioned here. So how do they turn this around now?
But right now, what he's looking forward to doing is finding a way to get the added weight on his back. Is it like that monkey that Steve Young was talking about? Remember that in the Super Bowl?
Oh, the 95 Super Bowl.
Right, when they beat the Chargers, and, he had that weight of expectations and past greats on his back. In this case, it's just bad play. Can he shake it off and then be able to play loose and free and help his team out?
We'll see if he can do just that.
15 line. 15 line. Man up, D. What, quit? Ready?
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Lock. Got Gordon open, completes it. So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and that'll make it 3rd down.
I think the best offenses love to get the ball to their running backs in open space because they have the ability to make people miss, and they also have the ability to run over people. And if you do that throughout the game, after a while, they might just run through some of those tackles and go a long way.
And we saw him shed a nice tackle on that play. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the first. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a 4th down.
Well, they picked up a portion of it, but not all that they needed. Now that leads to a decision on 4th and 1. Let's see what they decide to do.
Here's Sam Martin now. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. Fielded at about the 28. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. Getting set to go here, Teddy Bridgewater and company marches back onto the field. And he's looked pretty good. Does have the 1 interception, but 2 touchdown passes so far. Your analysis?
They'll take the offset. When you talk about throwing 2 touchdown passes, no one wants to see an interception thrown, but...
Oh, he tried to pitch it, and the ball's loose. Robbie Anderson, the man he was looking for. And that'll bring up 2nd down. Going quickly out wide to Moore. He's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down. The Panthers on third down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is going to be 3rd and 13. Bridgewater to throw it. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he'll go down to the ground at the 39, and obviously that's well short of the first. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down.
Well, the coverage was tight that time. They allowed the pass underneath to him, but they rallied to him pretty fast, too. Converged on him and got him down. That'll bring up 4th down.
Here's Michael Pilardi now as he's on to punt for Carolina. And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin him back. And Denver getting set to take the field. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24. Now it's Lindsey. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
All runners count on their eyes to find the gaps and creases, to find open space. There was absolutely none on that one. Totally swallowed up on that play.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. They look to throw. It's Locke. He's got his big tight end, Fant. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down.
Excellent job there defensively. Gave up the underneath to the tight end on 3rd down, and they made sure that they did their job. Got him on the ground and prevented him picking up a 1st down.
Here's Sam Martin now as he's on for the 5th time here today. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And a nice special teams job here. This is going to be down inside the 10 at the 7-yard line.
Well, someone's going to be happy with that effort. You know who else is going to be happy? His defense.
Absolutely.
He's created a very long field for that offense to try to traverse.
And he got some help from Mr. Football there, checking up nicely. Good English on that punt.
Mike 51. Hey, defense. Hey, defense, let's go.
1st down, Bridgewater. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
All day, baby. All day, all day, baby.
They go quickly here out to Moore. And he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. That one good for the completion percentage, but no gain. It'll be 3rd down. The Broncos going dime. 2 extra defensive backs for 3rd down.
Playing pass all the way.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis of this first half of action. Third down, here's McCaffrey. And he will lose yardage here back to his own 6. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. Here's Michael Pilardi now as he's on to punt for Carolina. Averaging 50 yards a boot so far as this one's away. And he'll take it just outside the 40. A good return there, 17 yards. And it'll be a short field for the Broncos as they take over 1st and 10. Here now a look at Melvin Gordon. And for him, it's been pretty limited involvement down on the scoreboard. Maybe time to turn to this guy.
And you know me well. Winning games to me means starting with the running game and continuing to press the running game. Maybe you go away from him a little bit now, but the bottom line is he hasn't touched it enough to make a difference.
Well, they haven't established that running game yet. The question is, will they? Now, the first play of the drive there is incomplete. Cortland Sutton was the man he was looking for. And it's 2nd down. Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41.
You can't block me. You can't block me.
On the delayed handoff, this is Gordon. And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down.
Brandon, when you and I sit down and play chess, you're always winning. So I've got to figure out how to get that done. But we're watching a real chess match today between the offense and the defense. And on that play, called a draw, the defense ended up winning.
He's got a man. That's caught. Left sideline.
Come on, man.
And a nice gain of 21 yards. Now the Broncos going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime.
You ready? 43 is a mark. It's been a long day for you.
Block now on 1st down. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. Brian Burns, credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10. I don't care if you're taking it in round 1, you're undrafted, whatever. As a rookie quarterback in this league, you're going to have games where you face adversity like this.
Lessons. All the time you're going to face these lessons. The key for this guy is, will he be able to bounce back in the next one? Because right now, this has not been his game.
So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Block off of play action. And he's got his man on the out route. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. That one good for 17 as they're set up better now for 3rd down.
Set, ready? 18 Gator.
Locke going to try and throw on 3rd down. His throw caught right around the 6. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Now the Broncos will use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far, they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. To throw it is Locke. And they're going to get to him, a sack. Sacked back at the 9-yard line. It's a loss of 3 on what should be the final play of the first half. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome, everybody, to our abbreviated version of the EA Sports Halftime Report. This one has certainly been one-sided to this point. It's a 2-touchdown difference as the teams have already come back out onto the field for the second half. So let's get you back out as well to Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Panthers out in front, and they will get the football first. Second half action underway. This is fielded at the goal line. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Out come the Panthers. They'll have it first on offense in the third quarter. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
And they're going to get about 3 here out of this first down run, and that'll bring up 2nd and 7. On the tackle that time, Shelby Harris.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right. He's pretty much been completely neutralized. They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the first down marker, and now it's 3rd down.
Mike 51. Let's go, baby. They turn over. Get that ball. Get that ball.
They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. And that gain of 9 buys them a new set of downs.
Well, that was a unit that understood exactly where the first down marker was, handed it to their guy who could run it, created some space, and he got there.
Shotgun handoff now to McCaffrey. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustments, what they talked about, maybe it was just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But it looks like they're ready to go.
On 2nd down, Davis. And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. Maybe a gain of a yard that time, but from the spot, actually no gain. So 3rd and long. This defense could use a few more plays like that right now.
It certainly could, but think about it from an offense's perspective right now. They've got a lead, but they don't want to throttle down too much and stall themselves. Still want to move at a nice pace.
And he'll dump this off to his running back, McCaffrey. They'll give him a yard on the play, and that's going to bring up a 4th down.
Partner, I think that completion takes the definition of dink and dunk to a different level, doesn't it?
It does, and the defense was right there, kind of played into their hands. Here's Michael Pilardi now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. So now a look at the Broncos as they head back out there for their first possession of the second half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you, because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Lindsey. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. A good run got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3. Now Locke throwing on 2nd down. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down.
Get it. Go.
From the gun on 3rd down, Locke, and that is incomplete. Here's Sam Martin now. He's been terrific so far. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. Now the Panthers offense, they get set to come back onto the field. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
Good yardage after the catch. Is that play good for 30 and a 1st?
But I think it's about time I took my eyes off of the secondary or the guys with the football. How about the offensive line on that snap? They took care of business.
Absolutely, and when he can stay in the pocket like that, you're going to get big plays like we just saw. So the line of scrimmage all the way up to midfield now as they've got it 1st and 10. McCaffrey. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Playing against a 3-4 front is really challenging for offensive linemen because they can do so many different things. But when you're running the football, if you can handle the nose tackle up front and then maybe a guard can slide up to the 2nd level and block a linebacker, that's when you have success running the football.
From the 44, Bridgewater. His throw incomplete. The intended receiver was Seth DeValve, and that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. To throw is Bridgewater. That's to McCaffrey, complete. And he's going to get this inside the 30. And this is going to be another 1st down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 28. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. Give him 4 yards there on the 1st down keeper.
You got it! You got it! You got it! Come on, set! Put the flag! 51. Here we go, let's bring it! Let's go, let's go!
On play action, it's Bridgewater. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. He was looking to get that one to DJ Moore, but now it's 3rd down. This defense tried to do its part, active hands on that play, but their offense hasn't given them much to work with.
So they're not going to worry about it. On their side of the ball, all they're concerned about, can they create some scoring opportunities and help out that offense?
On 3rd down, Bridgewater. Going back to Moore. This time he's got him complete. And this is going to be another 1st down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 13-yard line. This quarterback now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Bridgewater. And it'll be intercepted. A.J. Boye with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
As much football as we watch, we've seen this work many times. In the red zone, 1st down, take a shot at the end zone, and points result. In this case, though, give credit to the defense. They outguessed them, were prepared, and intercepted the pass.
Now this Broncos offensive unit ready to head back out onto the field. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Ready!
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
They're throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Here's Lindsey. He'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 23.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on third down. Lock going to throw, and the throw there going to be incomplete. Here's Sam Martin now, as he's on to punt for Denver. This is brought in at the 21. So possession goes over here on the punt, and the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Carolina getting set to take the field, and they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we've got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you got 3 on the board.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. To throw, Bridgewater. That'll be caught by his tight end, Ian Thomas. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for third down. Here's Bridgewater. Open man is Anderson. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. They give him 27 yards on the third down conversion. So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 45-yard line. On the ground, McCaffrey. And he's going to get hit at the line of scrimmage and driven backwards. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
Being strong up the middle is imperative. I don't care what your sport, but in football, when you've got a D tackle who can contribute not only to occupying bodies, but also making plays on the ball carrier, that's when you have the cornerstone of a solid run defense.
Throwing on 2nd down, Bridgewater, and he's got the hook up to Moore. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down. And they'll need to get to the 35 if they want to keep this drive going on third down. From the gun, Bridgewater. Completes it to Samuel. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 30. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Hey, we got to get this stop here.
Back to the ground attack here. It's McCaffrey. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Something looked weird there up front. The offensive linemen, it's like they weren't on the same page.
Yeah, every play design has a huge element of trust that everyone's going to do their job. But if one person doesn't and you have a breakdown, everything goes to rubble.
Yeah. 10, touch game. Hey, let's go.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Bridgewater. And down he goes. The pressure getting to Bridgewater. Got his target set. He's got space. 45 yards. Score the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some break.
But it's not. Let's
It's 28-7. Feeling about the offense now is in.
pass first league. That's quite surprising. Not many teams. The fresh legs.
There's the 37 on 1st and 10. Well, it just seems like
They haven't been on the same.
second down. On third down. It's incomplete.
Today, here's another.
On fourth down. 35.
All you say to your guy is football a little bit better. Makes their deep a little bit of a chance.
catch, good for 8 yards. They look to throw. It's locked. I do not want to give a big. And for the 9, they get.
A little more scat back type. Cliche. I'll go ahead and do it. Who wants it?
And the Broncos.
I don't know if he's really breathing aside.
So that drives 6 players. And it's count. Fielded about a yard deep. Panthers offense here. They get ready. Last time around.
Worry about their opportunity. Football, but they've got to be very careful about what speed they're going to play. I so deliberate pace.
I am speechless. And that's a battle won by the.
From the nest.
on punt for Carolina. A good return there, call it third. And the Broncos take over.
Drive. When you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do?
Enough for the Broncos first. They'll try to draw Lindsay. How
do you get basement?
Especially when you factor personal foul yardage. The throw is long.
They found something that's working. They keep going back to it. I guess you could actually say he has the space. Get more yards than you expect of each play.
The field of play. They say it's incomplete.
You're right about that because fast and it moved quickly on him. A lot of time. Decreases accuracy.
The force tackled right at the 10. That'll get.
You got to deliver the ball on time. Your biggest worry?
First down, Lindsay. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a Bronco touchdown. Sizable deficit.
And he would like to do more.
Those 8 plays. This fielded at 2. As they get ready to take over here. Now they're
first down to keep up with your team there and keep away. First down, they touch.
to set the lead here in the 4th.
Or do you try and extend it because you always feel like the other team can come back?
Not a first down. Down. It'll set up 7, I think. Right?
Don't force the run. Just make sure you hang into the football and keep the clock ticking.
Again, they run. They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey.
Ran into it and smothered it. What a third down.
Here's Michael Palardi net as a forced kick for this.
Let's go! Let's go! Go!
The Bronco offense now set to come. Open to do that once more.
And it takes me back to the game plan and thought there were some holes.
There on his 4th quarter. Just saw.
Down a couple. And need some big time plays. Snap.
On first down.
the start.
And not going to give him a lot of confidence to help turn things around.
Hey, watch the slant.
Angle route. That's supposed to be a catch.
Was up there on third down. Here's Lynn. The clock, you're down 2 scores. Have to go for this, don't you?
And they thought so they're preparing for
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. So it's brought to reset here. Be close. The defense says they stop him, and they did. So with that, we use them at this point. Good starting position for the Panthers as they come up. Out and more inside the 2 yards on the pickup.
lead his team.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Here's McCaffrey. Of 6. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. So they come up on 2nd down. If they can get another one like we just saw, would likely put an end to this thing. And the Broncos going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Let's go now. Not today, not today.
Will be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Now the Broncos will use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to So on 4th down, Ron Rivera sends and his kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So good kick there to polish off the drive with 3 points.
Yeah, coaches. An extra point, or in this case, a field goal.
about a yard deep. He'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. And Denver getting set to take the field. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them.
I think you put just a little bit too much heat on that one. When you throw it to the outside, you do have to be careful because you got to keep it away from the defender, but you also have to give your own guy a chance too.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. Lock again here on 2nd and 10. Able to get this to Gordon. And they're left looking at 3rd and 8 after the 2nd down pass play only went for 2. Faking the give to Lindsey. Here's Locke. And that is incomplete. So here we go. The offense is going to stay out there. They're going for it on 4th and 8. They'll go for it. It's Locke. He's got a man. It's Sutton that's complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. On 1st and 10, here's Locke. Got Gordon open, completes it. He's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
It's funny, throughout the time that we've been together, when we talk with running backs about the ability to catch the ball, their eyes light up when they talk about open field and having one-on-one matchups, don't they?
Yeah, they do. And that's the reason why. What we just saw, shedding those tackles, and that's what they're used to doing.
It is, and it starts at the beginning of the play. One-on-one matchup with someone trying to cover them, but they also like those one-on-ones downfield after the catch when they're running with the ball. They think they're going to win those too.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
Okay, let's decide here. He was open, right? Not extraordinarily open, but open enough that if you're an NFL quarterback, you got to make that throw, right? Yeah. That's got to be completed.
9 times out of 10, that's a completed pass.
Yeah, he missed that one and missed it in a big way.
On 3rd down, Locke. And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds. Again, the offense will stay out there. They've converted once on this drive. What can they do here on 4th down? Clock now to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Panthers will get the football back. Well, I know at points in this when you wanted to close your eyes because of all the points that were being put on the scoreboard. You're a defensive guy, but it was a fun little track meet, wasn't it?
It was, and you know the people really enjoyed this game? They're the ones that like going to batting practice at the Major League Baseball parks, right? Seeing the 14-11 game, that sort of deal. That's right up their alley with what we saw in this one.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Panthers are winners here as we say so long from Charlotte.